And when Ahab reported to Isabel all that Eliahu had done, also how he slew the prophets with the sword, Isabel sent a messenger to Eliahu, saying, So let the mighty ones do to me, and more also, if I do not make your life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. And he feared, and rose up and ran for his life, and went to Beersheba, which belongs to Yehudah, and left his servant there. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat under a broom tree, and prayed that he might die, and said, It is enough now, Yahweh, take my life, for I am no better than my fathers. And he lay and slept under the broom tree. And see, a messenger touched him, and said to him, Rise, eat. And he looked and saw by his head a cake baked on coals, and a jar of water. So he ate and drank, and turned and lay down. And the messenger of Yahweh came back a second time, and touched him, and said, Rise, eat, for the journey is too much for you. And he rose up and ate and drank, and went in the strength of that food 40 days and 40 nights, as far as Horeb, the mountain of Elohim. And there he went into a cave and spent the night there. And see, the word of Yahweh came to him, and said to him,
What are you doing here, Eliahu?
And he said, I have been very ardent for Yahweh Elohim of hosts, for the children of Israel have forsaken your covenant. They have thrown down your altars, and they have slain your Nebim with the sword. And I am left, I alone, and they seek my life to take it. And he said, Go out and stand on the mountain before Yahweh. And see, Yahweh passed by in a great strong wind, tearing the mountains and breaking the rocks in pieces before Yahweh. Yahweh was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake. Yahweh was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire. Yahweh was not in the fire. And after the fire, a still small voice. And it came to be when Eliahu heard it, that he wrapped his face in a robe, and went out and stood at the cave opening. And see, a voice came to him and said,
What are you doing here, Eliahu?
And he said, I have been very ardent for Yahweh Elohim of hosts, for the children of Israel have forsaken your covenant. They have thrown down your altars, and they have slain your Nebim with the sword. And I am left, I alone, and they seek my life to take it. And Yahweh said to him,
Go, return on your way to the wilderness of Damascus. And you shall go in and anoint Hazazel sovereign over Aram, and anoint Yahu son of Nimshi as sovereign over Israel, and anoint Elisha son of Shaphat of Abel Mahala as Nabai in your place. And it shall be that whoever escapes the sword of Hazazel, Yahu kills, and whoever escapes from the sword of Yahu, Elisha kills. And I shall leave 7,000 in Israel, all whose knees have not bowed to Baal, and every mouth that has not kissed him.
And he went from there, and found Elisha son of Shaphat, who was plowing with 12 yokes before him. And he was with the 12th, and Eliahu passed by him, and threw his robe on him. And he left the oxen, and ran after Eliahu, and said, Please let me kiss my father and my mother, and then I follow you. And he said to him, Go, turn back, for what have I done to you? And he turned back from him, and took a yoke of oxen, and slaughtered them, and cooked their flesh, using the implements of the oxen, and gave it to the people, and they ate. Then he rose up and followed Eliahu, and became his servant.